Hello. Hi, 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 hi. Hi, is anybody home? How has your week been? Awesome, right? Okay. So we ready for today's webinar, free webinar. We are here to make sure that we help parents do everything they can to raise responsible teenagers. We are here to ensure that you have the right excuse me, tools and tips and everything that you need to bond, to connect with your teenager. Hello, Daniel Udo. I think that is Ikalo. Thank you so much for joining me, ma'am. So I'll just go straight to the point because today is Friday and today is one day that many parents want to catch up with their children and their teens. Hello, Lizzie. You're here on time today. How is work? Okay, so we're going to talk about a very important issue. This issue has come up over and over again because it is one of the major struggles that parents have with teenagers. And I mean parents across the nations of the earth. So you have parents in the UK, parents in the US, parents in Canada, you have parents in Ghana, parents in my village, parents in Lagos, in Abuja, all battling with the issue of chores. So you want to raise responsible teenagers and you also want to raise teenagers that you can connect with. It's really a struggle. So recently, I think that was yesterday or 2 days ago, I put up a post, in the responsible teens group on Facebook. I asked the teenagers, why don't you guys like doing chores? You won't believe what they were saying. It takes too much time. I'm busy. Such lame excuses. Hello, chair. So we need to begin to sit and discuss about this. We need to know what to do because chores must be done and bond we must. So what I'm going to be sharing today are just a few tips. I know a lot of people are expecting, that magic one. Tomorrow morning, my chores, by the time I'm up, all the chores in my home would have been done. My children would have, everywhere would be spink and spank. And everybody will just be happy. My children will come greet me, good morning in bed. Mwah, mwah. You will not be disappointed. But just hear me out. Thank you, Gold Amadi, for joining me. We've already begun. Thank you, Ayomide Samuel. I'm happy that you guys could make it. Thank you for spending your evening with me. So I've said already that one of the biggest source of conflict within teenagers, both girls and boys, especially boys, because they're the ones that hate chores like for real, is not dating, really. Sometimes it's not broken curfews, it's not even bad grades, it's cleaning, it's chores, it's grooming, personal hygiene, it's tidying up. It causes so much of issues. Your daughter is not talking to you for days, your son is throwing his face and all that because of this issue called chores. And the truth is this: they must do their chores. That is one fact I want to establish here, because I hope that somebody wasn't thinking that I was coming to come and say, just because somebody's not thinking I'm going to say put connection over doing of chores. No, they must come hand in hand. There has to be a way. So If you have a teenager, you can relate with me sometimes, especially your daughter. Girls and iron rolling of eyes. This kind of, they give you those eyes. First of all, it's normal for girls to roll their eyes. It's psychological, it's proven, it's a scientific fact that girls must roll their eyes. But I don't know how come we never roll our eyes at our moms. Like till now, I can't even ever imagine rolling my eyes, not even in my sleep. Even in my dreams, I don't imagine my mom sees something and I roll my eyes at her. But scientists are saying that it's okay now, that is normal. In fact, the girl doesn't even know what she's doing. She just finds herself rolling her eyes. Maybe in our time we rolled our eyes in our minds. Who knows? Maybe. So I want to just go straight to the point. I want to tell you what chores are, because when we talk about chores, some people think that chores are those very, very big, jobs that children have to do, or the very, very small, playful kind of task. Chores are a set of routine tasks done daily at home or at work. Hello, sis Patience. Hello, welcome, ma'am. So, chores are a set of routine. Please get the word, underline the word routine. It's not an occasional task. They are not occasional jobs that are done. Routine tasks done daily, daily, daily. And so it doesn't matter how much you're quarreling with your teenagers or your children, chores must be done daily. After the quarrel, everybody should go and do their chores. Now let me list a few. You can, if you know more, you can type on the comment section. We have sweeping, vacuuming, some people call it washing dishes, feeding pets. For those of you that have pets, I don't want any pets around me. My daughter has actually been begging me, Mom, please, we need a bunny, 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 bunny. I said, bunny, ke. By the time to now be time to go and feed the bunny or go and clean up the cage, quarrel will start. Please, I don't come and add it with the one that is already on board on ground. Those of us that have dogs and all that, you know what it takes sometimes for them to go, and they love the animals, they love the pets. Some of them even requested for them. But to go and do the chore, problem. So we have cleaning of bathrooms, washing of toilets, dusting, and cleaning the kitchen, emptying the store, cleaning the yard, and all that. All those are chores. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Ajojai. So let's go. Is there anyone here, if you're listening to me and you have ever had a quarrel, a misunderstanding, you had to settle matter with your teenager because of a chore, please go to the comment section and just write yes, ma'am. And you can say yes, cleaning of room, yes, plates, yes, tidying the parlor, yes, dusting, yes, folding of clothes and all that. For me, in my house, the most the chore that brings the greatest problems in my house, plates. Because my children run a routine. So one person is on duty in the room or the rooms, one person in the parlor, that's parlor and dining, the other person in the kitchen. Anytime one person is there, the person in the kitchen always acts like they are going to hellfire. This kind of, you are condemning me to death, especially my son. My son starts mourning his his duty in the kitchen. Hello, ma'am. Hello, Ruth. Hello, Kofu. So please go to the comment section. Please type what chore it is that brings the greatest. You have to settle issues. Is it when it has to do with plates? Is it when it has to do with cooking? Is it when it has to do with cleaning the room, the parlor, mopping, washing toilets, washing bathroom? What causes the greatest struggles or challenges or disagreement between you and your child, you and your children, or your children amongst your children themselves? So sometimes this is one of the greatest cause of sibling rivalry. Chores. You're supposed to do this, you not do this. Da, 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 da. They are going back and forth. So let me just go straight to what you can do while we're while we're typing. Someone says they hate kitchen. I don't think they hate kitchen like the way they hate kitchen in my house. Auntie Chinere is terrible. Recently, I went to get the lock in my, what is it called, in the kitchen. I got a lock, I got a carpenter because I was fed up. I said, you know what, I know one person is on duty, but I don't care. the three of you stay in here. When you are done, tap the door and come out. I'm not annoyed though. They say, Mommy, why are you squeezing your face? I say, no, I'm not squeezing my face. I am very okay. So now they're used to it. Once I push all of them inside that place lovingly, I lock my door. I chill. When they are done, the door will be opened and everybody is smiling. Before it was a struggle, but now they are used to it. It's a strategy I just discovered because I had tried so many things. And that one is working for me, at least for now. So let's go. Okay, someone says tidying the room. Aha. My son also hates to tidy shoes. He can make the bed. My son is really good with the room, except for the shoes. But he doesn't even complain. He prefers to be in the room for weeks, maybe 1 month, and then in the kitchen for one week. My daughter does very well with the parlor and the room, but kitchen, they all don't just don't like kitchen work, washing up. I know sometimes kitchen work, there are bowls, there are pots, there are but they have to do it. One thing we have to understand is that they don't like, you know, parents. I see that some of us feel that, after all, I never heard my friend complain about her own. My friend's children, anytime I go to the house is tidied. Oh, this or that. No child, my friend once told me this, that no child loves chores. I remember going to her house one day and meeting her daughter, and my daughter were washing plates in her house and they were just gisting. As I walked up to her daughter, I said, do you like washing plates? She now said, not really. I was like, then my daughter gave me this look like, yeah, mommy. So I'm not the only one that doesn't like washing plates. But they're washing these plates, smiling and gisting. So you know how we need to get them to understand that I'm sorry you don't like washing plates. I'm sorry you don't like tidying up your room, but you need to, you have to. Okay, so let me not go past myself. The first thing to do to get your children and your teenagers to do their chores is to negotiate. Parents, please, it's not just because we're in the 21st century. It's just because it's a wise thing to do. It's a healthy thing to do because you need the sanity of your mind. You need to calm down. There was a time that chores was giving me high blood pressure. Please, is there anybody that chores has given high blood pressure? Hello, Ime. Hey, you made it today. Please, is there anybody here that chores? Especially those of you that have older children. Ebuka, hello, I greet you, sir. Is there anybody that chores has given high blood pressure? Because chores has given me high. I think once I come back home and the chores are not done, my blood pressure, I can feel it shoot up. I can feel my heart and I just go pa pa pa. So you need to negotiate. I just realized that, yeah, you can keep calm and negotiate. So you say something like, okay, you guys are not babies anymore. You live in this home. If you cannot do your chore properly, if you cannot do your chore, then you don't get, everyone is working on a schedule. So like my children, they go out to play from 5 to 6:30. If you don't finish your chore, you cannot play. And my son, like the boys, if you have boys here, you know that boys can live on play. My son will do this. He doesn't like kitchen work, but go to my kitchen, he's pink and spank. By the time he came home, it's time to play. Can I ride a bicycle? I'm like, have you done your chore? Yes, it's tidied. It's tidied. It's time for their game time. Oh, it's time to do this. Oh, it's time to do that. You cannot do it because your chore is not done. No quarrel, no fight. For the younger children, you don't pack up your toys. You don't get to use your gadgets. You don't get to play with you don't get to play with your gadget. No, you don't get to watch your favorite whatever you like to watch. Always negotiate. And please let your children know something. When I'm talking about negotiation, I like to say this. Let them know that I'm going to give you control in exchange for responsibility. Please note that. They love control. Mommy, please, I'm old enough. Mommy, please, I'm big enough. No problem. I will give you a little more, but I'm in exchange for responsibility. If you cannot show me that you can be responsible enough to do this without me coming every time out to whine and whine and whine, then I'm sorry, I cannot let you go. So my children love to spend time in their aunties. My children love my sisters, and they love their cousins. You want to go and do sleepover. You want to go to your cousin's house to stay over for the weekend, and the house is like this. Don't worry, you can't go. I can't even let you be. I can't let you go because you go there and go and disgrace yourself, not me. You go to my sister's house, and then my brother-in-law wakes up and he's the one going to the kitchen, and you are there. Please stay in your house until when you are fit. When you are fit and responsible enough to go visiting, then you go. So exchange control for responsibility. Exchange it. When I'm saying negotiate, I'm not saying bribery. Oh. Now some parents will now go and say, okay, if you don't do your chore, I will not give you, I will not buy you ice cream. Story. It's not just about food and drinks and the things that make them happy. It should also be about them, having that feeling of in charge, of being in charge, of being able to take the proper decisions without you. There's a feeling it gives, this kind of wow, I'm responsible enough. I was able to take charge. I was able to do this and do that myself. So that's what you're exchanging for. Secondly, teach patiently. Show them how to do these things. Now, let me share one funny experience. I've said that my son hates plates. So I keep, talking to him about plates. When my son is on duty, to wash plates, get ready that week. You will see all types of plates on the rack. You will see oily plates. You will see leafy plates. You will see stewy plates. You will see paperish plates. I don't know how those things just stick on the plate. And so one day, some time back when he was on duty, he wanted to use the plate, and as he picked up the plate, he went, as in, hey, am I the one that washed this plate? I had this look. So now you know. That is how it feels. So because I saw that he was a bit sober and all, and I said, okay, come, let me really show. I've been showing him. But because he doesn't just like to do it, he's not really, really ready to calm down and learn. I said, okay, so this is how we're going to do it. Instead of me to, before I'll just be shouting, what is it? You want my other children will be like, you want to make us sick? You don't want to watch this plate well and all that. So I said, okay, this is how to do it. Get the plate. When you wash, you rinse, you look. Is it tidy enough? Are they still staying? If it's not, put it back and do it. So I had to show him. So he said he's not still perfect, but he's much better. So you will not just teach with your mouth. See this place that you're sweeping is not clean enough. Collect the broom, put it under that chair, put it under that gas cooker, put it under that freezer, and sweep it and say, watch, okay, you do it. When you do, let them do. When you do, let them do. That's how to teach. You don't like the way they're making the beds. Please stretch, hold it with them, do it with them. And that leads me to my third point. Do it with them. Do the chores with them. Not every day, but at least until they're a bit stable. Now, in teaching, be patient. Don't just shout. Sometimes we are the ones that make them not enjoy. We are the ones that make them not enjoy this chores because the chore time is a tussle time. It's from one choir to the other. Just as long as they are not 18, as far as I'm concerned, as long as they are not 18, they are still within their learning phase. So they are allowed to make mistakes. Please, let me say this, and I'm saying this in caps. Do not compare with other children. Yes, your neighbor's house is pink and span. Yes, your neighbor's children, before she comes back from work, everywhere is tidy, everywhere is clean. Your own children, they are not like that, unfortunately. It could be that you started late, like some of us, we started late. Many of us have house helps, have domestic staff, have cleaners, mama yaya that comes to clean and go and all that. Thank you very much. But now that you have decided that it's time for your children, you've agreed that it's time for them to actually begin to do it themselves, just be ready to be patient. Just calm down. It's very difficult to teach children. Who can agree with me? It's very difficult because the very thing you taught yesterday, you repeat again today. That is why you are there as shepherd. That's how the sheep go astray. You see sheep, they are going on the line, the next thing they are off. The shepherd will bring them back gently. They're allowed to make mistakes. They're allowed not to do it well. I remember a friend of mine saying how she burnt food and throughout her teenage, that by the time she grew up and she could cook, her brothers always asked for double ration. Her brother said, please let us make up for all the ones that you burnt when we were growing up. I also heard of some parents that their children will wash and dry the clothes very dirty. They are finished washing them, but all dirty. Their parents will come, the mom will come back at night and rewash them and hang them. So they didn't know that mommy was washing their clothes. They thought that they were washing. And then with time they got better. So be ready to be patient. When you're envying somebody else that whose children are doing very well, you don't know the price that person has paid. You don't know what that person has, taken time to do. As I was saying about the third one, about doing it with them, please don't feel bad. Yes, they are old enough to know how to do it. It doesn't matter. Do it with them. You know what I say? Convert it to bonding time. Convert short time to bonding time. So even in doing it with them, you are like assisting them. Like I tell my son, I said, I will assist you. I'm not doing it for you. I noticed when I started assisting him, he will just come. Okay, mommy, thank you. Bye. He has gone. I say, what? From assistance to take over. Come and do your work. He started begging. I said, do it. When I saw that he was now stable, I now came back once in a while. I help him. So convert it. It's really difficult, sis. It's very difficult. Teaching him how to sweep. For the past 3 months. Close. That's the word. I like that, Chi. Some days just close your eye. My friend will say, nobody's coming for inspection in my house. We're not expecting SARS. Neither are we expecting Ministry of Health. We are not expecting NCDC. We are not expecting MOPO, road safety. Nobody's coming. Even if they are coming, you have children. You are allowed. Do you know that in the next 6 years or so, none of my children will be at home? Okay, maybe 7 or 8. None of them will be here. Of course, you know that my house will be exactly the way it will be from Monday to Monday. But for now, sometimes you just need to turn your eyes off because you are encouraging them. I'm not saying you are indulging them. So you're, encouraging them to keep doing it. Please don't forget, you can make it fun. Now my children have learned one new one because they don't like kitchen chores. Now the latest is music in the kitchen. My daughter will put her headphone, carry the gadget. I say, where are you going to wash plate? I say, it's all right. The day I have time and I can join, I will join. Let us be listening to the music together. As long as the chores are done. Sometimes my own is just to sit there. Just sit and be bringing gist. Maybe it's gist. I will be gisting. You will be doing the work. The one I can help, I help. When I feel that, no, I've helped too much, you do your chore yourself. Next is, and this is supposed to be the first point. But because I did not want to discourage some of us, I decided to put it here. Follow through. Follow through. Follow through. The reason, do you know some of us are the reasons why our children don't like chores? Yes, it's a painful truth. And I've seen this, I've done the research. I have seen it across families in the nation, across the earth. It's the same thing. You tell your child, sweep this parlor before I come back. Sweep this parlor before I come back. And then your child did not do it. You came back. You just carried broom. You don't hear one. You started sweeping. You started doing the chore that you told them to do. They will not take you serious. They say, when mommy comes back, because she doesn't like anywhere dirty, she's going to just do it. And when mommy comes back, and because daddy will soon be back, she wants her kitchen clean, she will just do it. We are not following through. I've been telling my son, you learn how to wash car, you learn how to wash car. I have not allowed him to start washing the car. I'm not following through. Then tomorrow I now say he doesn't like washing car. Whatever it is you want your children to do, follow through. If you have toddlers and you have already told them that your job in this house, my baby girl, is to pack all the toys, let them pack the toys. Let them pack the toys. We always have double standards. We are the ones making them to feel that they have a choice on whether to do a chore or not. They don't have a choice. Follow through. This brings me to the last point, in this session. Set consequences. Sorry, no, this is just this is still part of it. Follow through with consequences. Let them know that if you don't do your chore at this time, I will wake you up. I woke up my children at 1 a.m. They grumbled. No, 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 no. They did it. Because me, I'm not sleeping with dirty kitchen. The thing turns me off. So when I'm supposed to wake up in the morning with ideas, I am waking up upset. I'm waking up so we need to be careful. We need to ensure that they know. Let me tell you something about consequences. A lot of time, only you know the consequences. Your children don't know the consequences. Do you know that if you use this tip, only even if you use only this tip, even if it's only this tip, you start seeing a change. They don't have a choice. So you say something like, if you don't every weekend, like for me, we want to go to my sister's house, and I say, if you don't finish your chore during the week, if I don't see like 80% of your chore done, no going there this week. If you don't do your chore properly, you will not watch. Like for most families, weekends is for Netflix and for watching movies. You will not watch it. It's simple. My children love what's this one called? My siblings and I on Sunday. Sunday is their day for. You don't do your chore. No, my siblings are nice. Sorry, mommy, please. It's not fair. I'm sorry. The thing makes them to do the chore. Maybe not, and maybe not smiling, but not angry. Maybe not smiling, but at least they are not angry, because they already have this. So that's what is driving them. What is driving them is that consequence that they don't want to experience. They hate consequences. So unless they are not sure, a lot of times you just say, you see what I will do to you. What are you doing? Let them know. This young boy in this my house, he knows that he's not clean the kitchen. You can, and he loves to ride bicycle. You will not ride it. And he tells me that that bicycle, that is a way of keeping, it's a way of making him. He say, Mom, my leg is paining me. I want to go and ride bicycle. Or mommy, I need to do exercise. I want to go and ride bicycle. And you will not clean kitchen. You will clean it. You will clean it. So before you even come and ask for the bicycle, just go and check your chore. Please, this is one reason why children don't like chores, because we don't follow through. And this is the correlation. When you don't follow through with their consequence, you come and you start shouting. You come and you're angry. You come and there's quarrel everywhere. Then they become sad. The children now, they become sad, and they become like, oh, mommy's wahala is too much. Mommy is being wicked. Mommy is not being fair. Mommy is not being fair. It's not fair. She hates me. She does not like me. That is what they start saying because of your reactions. Meanwhile, it was your fault for not following through with the consequence. And you can follow through with your consequences without raising your voice, without shouting, without thundering everywhere. Our voice is actually what makes our children want to do that tussle and all that. Is that voice. Not the temperature of your voice now, the pitch. The pitch of your voice goes a long way to determine how they will react. Very, very important. So, sorry about that. I didn't know it was muted. The last one is, let them know the benefits of chores. This is my best. Let them know why chores are good. Do you know that the reason why children do chores is not for your sake? A lot of times, like, why are you keeping my kitchen dirty? Why is the parlor untidy? You are this my house, I suffer to build. It's not about you. Chores is about them. I didn't know this before. I didn't. It was when I started going on a research to understand what is this thing about chores and teenagers and their parents, that I realized that doing chores is basically, fundamentally, and firstly, not because of you as a parent. Nope. It's about them. So you need to communicate that knowledge, that chores, my child, is for your good and not my good. I mean, most of us here are parents. Are we still living with our parents? No. Imagine if you cannot do, for those of us that are abroad, can you imagine yourself being in the UK or in the US without knowing how to do anything? You will be in soup. You know the soup they cook in my place. You will be in afang soup because there everything is highly priced. So you can't even afford a lot of the things. You have the money, but you cannot trade it just for simple chores that you can do that you did while growing up. So let them know the benefits. And I have a few benefits. There are so many. You wouldn't believe how much benefit there is for a child when they do chore, when they grow up knowing that I don't like it, but I need it. I don't particularly love it, but I need it. It's important for me and to me and for my life. So let me go back the 5 points, five things you can do to help your teenagers, do chores even though they don't like to. One, negotiate with them. Two, teach them patiently, showing them what to do. Three, and then encourage them as they're doing it. Three, do it with them, convert it to bonding time. Four, follow through with consequences when they fail to deliver on their chores, even if it means them sacrificing their sleep. They will not die. Nobody dies. Nobody dies doing chores. Nobody. I've never seen anybody that fainted. If you faint, you wake up, you continue. Five, and then I just say to them, so why don't you just do it and rest? You know you're going to do it. Why? So that's why I say follow through. When you tell them that you know you're going to do it, and then eventually they don't now get to do it, then you just feel that, okay, that means I may not really need to do it. No, you must. It's your responsibility. Number five, let them know the benefits. Yes, very true about the Western world. We have our teenagers going off to school on their own at 16. What do you do when you get there? No matter how rich your parents are, you don't want to be buying food, ordering food, getting someone to come and clean your house every weekend. How are you going to survive? Even the people that live there do these things themselves. I mean, you go abroad and you see a man can paint, he can do plumbing work, he can do carpentry work. A lady they can multitask. The things that we pay for, I needed to change my kitchen door, I called carpenter. If I was abroad, I'm sure I would have learned how to do it myself. Just go to YouTube, how to change a doorknob. I'll do it myself. My husband is like that. He can nail the stool, he can drill things through the wall, he can fix AC, he can change bulbs. He said to me, this is on a lighter note, he said when his daughter's husbands to be come, that the first thing he will do, he say he will just say, my dear, you're welcome. After the greeting, no much talk or any introduction. See that bulb there? Please change it for me. Once the boy starts doing sir, you say, can you please leave my house? He said, no daughter of mine is marrying a man that cannot do. I see some men, some of our husbands cannot do anything. It starts from training. They can't do, they can. So me, that I'm a woman, I am now the one. Am I now the one that will come and climb and be changing bulb? Ha! Am I the one that will come and be on gen, doing the changing tire? I can know how to do it for survival skills, but it's not my responsibility. There are some that a man must do. A man must know how to cook. I tell my son, I said, this one that you're complaining about kitchen chores, he likes to cook, but chores, I mean plates. I said, when my daughter-in-law is in the hospital giving birth, who will now take care of her? Who will be doing all this one? Is it me that will come from my house, come and, oh boy, will you sort yourself out? If not for anything, think of your future family. Same thing with the girls. Who's going to take care of your husband and your children for you? Who's going to take care of you? Who's going to take care of yourself for you? Let our children know that they need these things so that anywhere they find themselves, because they don't know where they're going to find themselves. You just think that you have it all planned out. But life happens and then things change. I see some of our children, they'll just be watching TV, struggling for the remote. House help is killing herself up, and children cannot do anything. Children cannot do. Your daughter is 8, 9. She wants to go and start cooking. Tell her, no, the gas will burn you. Who has gas burnt while learning how to cook? That's why you should teach them on time. Teach them how to on the gas properly. Teach them safety tips in the kitchen. You don't switch on the gas and then switch on the the strike the matches for too long. Teach all those things. Stop saying, Atetima, like somebody told me, Atetima, I think they're too young. Only you think so. The earlier, the better, especially if they are interested. Some of us are the ones stopping our children from doing these things. They want to go, no, 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 no. There's no age. Some children will learn faster than the other. That's why I said teach patiently. Your friend's children might learn faster. Your sister's children might learn faster. Just make sure that there is a teaching. Make sure that there is a process. Do you know that doing chores makes your children more confident? There's this there's this confidence that comes like, I can do this. I can do this. Oh, let me do that. It builds their confidence. So while we are there doing oyibo things, oh, let's do the words of affirmation. Let's speak positively to them. Something else you can do is allow them do chores and let them know. I always tell my daughter, I said, when you go out there and they're asking, who can do this and you can't, don't you feel good? Who can cut me? Like, I can. Who can it? I can. It makes you feel there's this confidence that it brings that you can do anything, even the thing that your peers cannot do. Let them know these benefits. If you want your children to love chores, let them know that chores is for their own good and not your good. So I've said number one, it brings confidence. Number two, it gives them a sense of responsibility. So they feel competent. Children feel competent when they do chores. Like, look at how, like the other day, my daughter spring cleaned my kitchen. I entered the kitchen, I wanted to lie down. See spring cleaning. Everywhere was sparkling. It gives you this sense like, I did that. I did that. I can do this. So let them know that you are competent enough. They are making their bed, they are sweeping the floor. There's this sense of achievement, accomplishment, that it brings to them. It is greater than any kind of praise you want to give them. They themselves are applauding themselves. Number three, it helps, it is beneficial to them as siblings. Look at the way my sister, did the bathroom. Look at the way I did this, our home is clean, and all of us are happy. So there's this bond that it brings. And even when one of them cannot do it, maybe that child is sick or something, that joy and confidence that my sister is doing this for me, my brother is doing this for me, it's one of the keys that can help them bond with each other. Next is, when you do chores, it leaves you with a sense of purpose. So there's a correlation, and this has been researched. There's a correlation between the sense of fulfillment of purpose when you do chores and the sense of fulfillment of purpose in life. It's the same feeling. It's just that it happens at different times. And it's funny. So that's why I say that chores is not just about, it's about them. When you see yourself going out there to speak, to sing, to treat people, to do business, to bring products, that feeling you have that so I was able to produce this thing is the same feeling that your children get when they're able to do their job properly and they get you saying, wow, you did this very well, well done. Is that same sense. So you want them to know that this is going to continue all through your life. You're going to always do chores. Don't tell them that after 18 you're done. Are you not still doing chores? Please, my dear parents, is there anybody here that is not doing chores? I mean, you don't do any chore. Is there any such person? I mean, even if it's to iron, you wash, you sweep, you clean. So why would we tell our children that don't worry, when you leave my house, the time will come, you'll be on your own, you'll be free? There's no freedom to chores. If you're not doing chores at home, you'll be doing chores at work. Remember our definition? Chores is routine tasks done at home or at work. You will do chores in your business. They will do chores in their business. They will do chores in their own home. They will do chores at work. So how be it that we're telling them that no, there's a time that you are free from chores? There's no, my mom still, when my mom comes around, she tells everybody leave the plates for me. She's 60 something. Let me do the plates. Tell them that chores will make their life easier. Yeah. Because when you teach, because when they do these chores, they can become independent. I remember several years ago when one of my pastors was telling her son, very funny discussion, that the reason why I want you to learn how to cook is because boys who don't know how to cook are the cause of of fights between occultic groups. Now, this is how she explained it. She said, when the boy doesn't know how to cook, he now gets a girlfriend who can cook. And then that girl is also sorted after by another boy in another court, maybe an opposing court. And then they begin to fight for this girl. And then the next thing, heads start rolling, people start dying. So she said, my dear, come and learn how to do all this because I don't want you to go and start causing fight. I don't want you to go and start causing fights in school. Please come and learn how to do this thing. Okay, so we are saying it here. We still do chores. We still do chores. My dear IB, we are all still struggling with it a lot. Okay, so there's a rule for defaulters to wash every other dirty dish in the sink. Now I don't talk. Follow through with it, my dear. As you've seen, that when you just find the one that works, follow through. Don't stop. Don't do it for 1 week or 2 weeks. After that, they say, Mommy, don't worry, she will soon be tired. She will soon start doing it. You know, she doesn't like dirty places now. Don't worry, you'll see, Mommy will soon start. That's what is in their mind. So follow through when you see something like that that works. Let your children know that this thing is going to make you independent. When you go out there, you can survive on your own. Cook, you can cook. Wash plates, you can wash plates. Clean house, you can clean house. You don't need anybody come and blackmail you if you break up with me. You know, these things are tied to purity. I'm sorry, I know someone will say, Mama, purity has come again. I always tie everything to purity, yes. Because this is what will make someone stay in a relationship even when it is abusive because he cannot do anything. So everything is tied to this girl. Everything is tied to this boy. This boy, you know, some boys are really homely. This boy, my boy is the one that does everything. So she's tied, she's hooked, she can't leave. You would think that these things are not happening. They're happening. So let them know that this, you don't need anybody blackmailing, you don't need anybody, you know, using this as a bait to keep you in a relationship that you do not want to, that you are not supposed to be in. That's why we say it's a survival skill. It teaches them empathy. So you don't want to just walk through you know, life. Your children are there. Like someone said to me, she said her younger brother came to live with her, and even when she's sick, her brother will sit tight and expect her to wake up from her sick bed and do the chore. And do the chore. I turned to my children and I said, do you see what I'm saying? You never outgrow chore. So if you don't like it when you're growing up, it will keep playing out. That is why we see some women, they are in labor. They are dying, giving birth, and their husbands are just doing like this. And now your son is taking that same route and you are watching him. I think having a husband that way is bad enough. You don't need a son like that. Because you don't want your daughter-in-law crying to you every day. That's someone's daughter. So teach both your daughters and your sons. Let every one of them. Some of them is the other way around. The men are the ones that can clean, can cook. The women are just like this. Their hand up. Even if you don't like doing it, know how to do it. Yes. Know how to do it so that nobody will put you, you know, in a tight corner, in a box, and say, if you don't know how to do this, you cannot get this, you cannot get that. Next is gain teaching them to do chores. They need to know that there's a benefit, which is they gain appreciation because they have earned it. So don't just come and praise. Don't just come and praise. You did this thing so well. No. There's a reason why you are praising. You're praising because they truly earned it. Some parents just praise their children. My children are wonderful children. What have they done? What is wonderful about them? Is it just because they are your children, so they are wonderful? And then they say, Ma, we are being positive. Excuse me. Praise, let your praise be targeted. You clean this room so well. I love whenever you're on duty in the room, the beds are always well made. Direct. Please don't come and start saying my child is a star, my child is a champion. Meanwhile, is a lazy person. He cannot do anything. It's not like you're condemning him, but let him know that when you at least do something well, I'm praising you for that particular thing you are doing. Like my son that were in the process of washing plates. By the time he's an expert plate washer now, uh-uh, enough praises for the, because he knows where he's coming from. He knows that we have come from oily, leafy, brownish plates to clean, white and sparkly plates. It's a process. They're going to learn at different times. Some of them are going to learn when they are 16, 18, 15. But you know, the earlier the better. That's what I always tell my children. The earlier the better. You can learn these things later, but why don't you just want to learn it now? Why don't you want to learn it now? Do you know that, well, I remember when we were teenagers that some people would tease us, you know, that thing almost gave me a complex because there were some kind of chores I liked when I was growing up. I loved plates. I love plates, but I did not really like to cook, you know. So, and my younger sister did. So she was always, let me be the one to cook. And then I'll just step back. It affected me. Oh. It affected me because by the time I came out to the real world, no daddy, no mommy, no brother, no sister. When we are doing things in group, okay, you do this, you do this, you do this. I cannot do anyone. So I learned, I did crash. You know when they say crash program, I did crash program of learning. I learned how to cook in like 6 months, all the dishes, and it was that bad. My sister taught me, my friends taught me. I learned everything because I couldn't bear it again. I know brothers in fellowship those days, they'll just be using style to yab you, to laugh at you. This kind of, yeah, you're speaking in tongues, cannot cook common jollof rice. So I keep telling my daughter so that you don't have a complex out there. Nobody praises a lazy girl. Yes, I know that this generation is different. They take pleasure in I cannot peel yam to hit it. I don't know how to make semo. I don't even know how to make bed. Correct. It's just for a while. Oh. After some time, even the boys start borrowing sense. They start saying, what's that? So encourage them. Tell them it's for your good. You know, there's one last point I want to make, which is it will help them in their career. It was the Lord God Almighty that told me this thing I'm saying now. He says, if your children cannot see water on the floor and mop it, when they go to work, they will see all the files that's supposed to be on the desk on the floor and they will pass. They will pass. They will see things that are supposed to be done in the office and they will not see anything. Excuse me. They will not be able to take initiative and do those things. Tomorrow you say, my child is not being promoted. You'll be binding, you'll be losing, not knowing that it's because of a simple thing like not being able to do chores at work. Oga comes to his office, madam comes to her office, everywhere is upside down. Your child is working there. Convenient, the greeting, good morning, ma, good, and leaving. Because he has not learned how to take initiative, take responsibility, and do chores at home. He can't do it at work. So people, that's how they are not promoted. And we are binding and losing. It was God that told me this thing. And I was surprised to read it up somewhere in a research that doing chores is directly related to the kind of skills you would use later in life. So, for example, somebody that paints is going to be a very good martial fighter. Some chores that your child doesn't even know, that some skills rather that they don't even know that they have inside of them, it will show later. Do you know that through doing chores, your children can learn resilience? Yeah. So they can learn to stand strong at a task. You see all this start and fail business, start and fail is lack of resilience. Ask many of them, they did not do chores when they were growing up. I'm not joking. There's a correlation. There's a correlation with these simple things: wash plates, clean floor, mop. There's a serious correlation between it and business success, between it and fulfillment of purpose. Even if you're a pastor, even if because that's not that one now, everybody now say there's nothing there in being a pastor now. Go and tarry in a place of prayer now. You will know that it's the same tarry you tarry when you are washing a heap of plates with pots. It's the same tarry because you must stay. You can't leave. I mean, is it when I've locked the door and I've kept you there? Are you going to sleep in the kitchen? You must finish it, even if the plates are are as tall as Mount Everest, you have to finish it. That is the same skill you need to stay at finishing a book. Look at the correlation. It's not easy to finish a book. It's not easy to stay doing your assignment without supervision. It's not easy to read. It's not easy to learn a skill. It's not easy to do a business. It's not easy to work under someone. All these things are tied to chores. Your child must know this. Your child must know that it's not for me. Oh. Me, I heard of a woman. She just hired a domestic staff to do only the things that had to do with her directly. The domestic staff will come clean her room, cook her food. So the children, if you're hungry, go and cook. Clean her bathtub, clean only the part of the, just clean only the things that had to do with her directly. Every other thing she told the children, go and do it. Go and do it. Me, I can pay for it. You go and do your own. You don't have money. And even if you have money, is it easy to do business, make money and pay someone? Sometimes I know if you're here and you pay, maybe you have a laundryman and you have to pay him like 10K or 15K at the end of the month. I'm sure sometimes you're like, oh, should be, I would have ironed these clothes myself. Paying money for these things, sometimes it can be hard. Sometimes it's hard. You're just like, why didn't I just do it myself? Why didn't I just do it myself? So let's encourage our children. Let's stop taking it from them. I used to do that a lot those days. When I talk, while I still want, I say, I beg, come on, I'll go and do it. I'll go and do it. I'll go and do it. And then gradually, they are now, doing their hands like this. They'll be in the parlor watching TV. You'll be in the kitchen. Over. From there, you cook. You'll be sweating. From there, that's what causes tussles. Because by the time you come, the poor girl in her innocent mind wants to gist with you. You just shout and rake. Quarrel will start. Boning everywhere. Malice. Parents here, children here. When my husband complains, why didn't these children fetch this water? I say, sweetheart, leave it. Let them go and fetch it. If you complain and you do it, how be it? How have you taught them? So that you complain does not give you the right to do it. Even if it means you waking them up at night, wake them. If it means them missing an outing, let them miss it. After some time, they will just sit down, like the prodigal son, they'll just come to themselves and say, Mommy means business. So the way she has been doing since July started, we're entering first the new half of the year. Since we entered July, there's a way Mommy has changed now. She's really serious. They will buckle up because they will always try you. Let me check her. Is she serious? Does she mean business? Just always make sure that you tell them. This morning during devotion, I was telling my children again. I said, chores that you are looking at, is it not just the bathroom? Is it not just the toilet? Can earn you a promotion. Can earn you a gift, can earn you a position. Chores, it can. Because the same way you're not used to leaving your house scattered and untidy, that's the same attitude you will take to your place of work. That's the same attitude you will take to your business place. You will always want to make sure that everything there is excellent. That is what attracts success. That's what attracts profit. So let them know this. I hope this helps. And I hope I can start seeing testimonies very soon. Anytime, any of these things you have heard plays out in your home, send me a message, send me a chat, say, this thing worked, this thing is working, it will be really good. It will not be automatic. Please. I'm not saying that these things are reeled out now by Sunday. Everything is sorted out. It's a process. It's going to take time. And you're going to need lots of patience. Lots of patience, but it's going to work. That I am sure. When it comes to parenting, especially teenagers, consistency is the watchword. Consistency. You need to just keep saying the same things over and over again. Try not to be angry. Don't be like me of those days that my blood pressure will be rising. My heart will be what is it? Calm down and let them do the chore. Sit down there if you need to. Balance, get your book, be reading. Say, I'm here, we are here together. Be doing it. My daughter will say, Mommy, why is your face like that? My last daughter that can look at facial expression. Mommy, why is your face like that? Are you boning? I say, I'm not boning, I'm happy. I'm happy, yeah. When I came and met the house, I did, why would I be boning? But I'll just sit down there. You do it. Okay, IB says, I divided my house into four for the kids. They are responsible for that area. It is rotated every month. Yes, rotate. So, like for me, my three children, my house is divided into three. And three of my children have their strengths in different places. So, my first daughter is very good with parlor, like I said earlier. My son is very good with the room. My last child is good with the kitchen. But they cannot stay there now. In fact, they were telling me the other day, Mommy, let's just stay in the place that we. I said, no. Because when you grow up, you're not going to live in the parlor. You are not going to be cooking in the room. Abi? The other person is not going to bath in the kitchen. You're going to need. I would have really loved it because it will give me peace. And any week that they are in these three places of their strength, I rest. You see my house that weekend because everybody just doing their thing happily. But it can't be like that. It can't be like that. Life is not straight jacketed. No, you have to move around. You have to know how to do everything. I'm sorry, my darling, but don't worry. Just I tell my children that it's a mindset. Chores is a mindset. Tell yourself that that's why I say tell them the benefits and keep re-echoing it. Keep re-echoing the benefits to them. Don't forget, my darling, you're doing this for your future. This is a survival skill. This is a promotion skill. This is a skill this is a success skill. Chores is a success skill. It's going to bring you success in life, success in business, success in marriage. It's going to bring you success in your relationships. Please try not to be angry. I know how you're saying this right now. Try. It's very difficult. Sometimes I start talking to myself from the car. As you go inside, be prepared to see anything. If it's good, be happy. If it's not good, try, just try. I preach to myself. Oh, of course, many times I've come in and I get to be happy. Not always, sometimes, but then we're on a journey. It's far better than where it was before. Yes, they must rotate the chores. Yeah, they must rotate the chores. Every week, every month, however, 2 weeks, let them even be the ones to choose. That's another thing you want to do if your children are older. Tell your first daughter or your first son, so do the sharing. You guys come together. So you should see my children having their meeting. So how are we going to do it? So, okay, you start. No, it's not like that. It's not fair. I'll just be passing by. Sort it out. My own is I want this thing done. It might not be done so well, but keep encouraging. Keep encouraging. Don't compare. Don't judge. Please, parents, I'm begging you. Don't judge. Don't compare. When I was your age, I used to do those things. Oh. When I was your age, I wanted to go and fetch water in the stream. There's no stream now in Abuja. Have you seen any stream? Or is there a stream where you are? There's no stream, so they don't know that one. Don't compare them to yourself. Don't compare them to their friends, to their cousins. We do it once in a while. I do it once in a while, but I like to, bring myself back to say, try your best. It's not easy, but eventually everything is going to fall into place. But I'm just happy that we realize now that there is a need for them to do chores. Those chores your children are not doing as they are younger is going to show. I told you in this session how a boy almost 20 years, I've even met a girl, 20 years, she went to stay in my friend's house. She could not do anything. My friend would be like, seriously? So at my age, 40 years plus, I'm the one that will stand up and go and clean kitchen for you. For you to go and to come and eat everything is pink. She'll just go wash only her plate, keep it, go back and sit down. What is that? At 20 years, what's that? That's because she did not start it early. So please, let's start. Even if your child is 18 now, start. Setting rules helps a lot for children. They call me rule maker. Good vibes. That's right. Hello. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Please, we're all guilty in one way or the other. The important thing is that we are learning what to do. A lot of times parents don't know what to do, and that so we're just we're just gambling. Is it this method? Somebody say do this method. You change to that. Is it that method? Is it this method? Let us just try. once we learn, once we learn, it will flow. Very soon, you guys will just be chilling, watching movies like a Friday night like this, and your children will just be doing everything pleasantly. And then people will come and be envying you. Tell them that please they should park well. Oh. Say please, 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 please. You don't know where I'm coming from. I have been up the mountain and back just for this. So thank you so much, everyone. If there are any questions, I'd like to take them. I'm reading your comments. Thank you. Chi, you're guilty. Yes, we're all guilty. God is helping us. God is helping us. So please, let me just quickly remind us that the registration for the parents' penthouse is still ongoing. We have just 50 slots, and several have been taken already. Remember, the criteria is that your teenagers have to be at the academy. We have to be training your teenagers and your preteen. So you are just there as Jara, but trust me, your space there is going to be awesome because we're also going to be doing trainings for you once a week. We're going to be answering questions. We're going to, help you, hold your hand so that we can bring up these children to be responsible. And guess what? At the academy, we have a course called social etiquette and grooming, personal grooming. I can't remember the name of it clearly now. Social etiquette and personal grooming, yes. In that class, I take them unawares. Put on your video, show me your room, show me your toilet. Some parents have come to tell me that since after that class, I think I started that in March, till now, their children, because they don't, I'll just call at any time. So I'm not your mom now. I'm not your dad. I'm just your mentor. I don't understand English. Like ma, I was tired, or ma, this, and I don't understand that story. I just want to see your room tidied. I want to see you do your chores. So let us partner together. That is what the penthouse is about. It's about us at the academy partnering with you to raise responsible teenagers, to raise teenagers that will stand for purity, teenagers that will be responsible adults. They will not come and tell us stories that touch. Some adults, everyday story, excuses. I tell my children, excuses are only excuses. One day I heard my senior daughter quote it today, her younger sister. Why did you do that? Excuses are only excuses. Now a motto in my house, excuses are only excuses. So allow them come to us at the academy. If you need more information, I'll type my number now, and then you can always reach me. Please do that. You can find me on Facebook, 7151511. You can send a WhatsApp chat or message or anything. Send a message, and then I'll get back to you with details. Please encourage your children to read. Let them read books, novels, not just school books. It's still part of work. Some of them don't like reading. Encourage them to do that. Encourage them to wash their clothes. Don't always, it's not clean. Is this how to wash? Let it be like that. The first day they wear it, there's still soup on it. The next day they will wash it better. Don't just wash. Washing machine. Yeah, some people say that washing machine is not bad. I know, but let them still learn how to use their hands. Just in case so let them know both. My children use blender a lot, but there's big mortar in my house. You have to learn how to pound. So that the day you find yourself in a bush camp or something, you not say, I don't know how to find, I don't know. They say God does not use ajebotas, and it's for simple reasons like this. Ajebotas don't know how to do chores. So when the Lord says go into that place and rescue souls from me, you say, I cannot cross muddy water. I cannot. Let's stop raising ajebotas. Let's raise strong, agile, and it doesn't have to show. Your children can be looking like all ajeboterish, but when it comes to chores, they are up. They are up. Before I close, let me just say this. An educator, the president of National Association of Private Schools in Abuja, shared something with us parents. She said that they just realized that toddlers, children, younger children who did not know how to write, they found out that they were not doing chores. So I'm talking about 2, 3, 4 years old. Simple things like pack your shoes, keep here, pack the toys. They weren't doing it. It was affecting their ability to write. That's how serious chores are. That's how serious chores. They must use these hands. Hands is not only for pressing phones. Now our teenagers, their hands are becoming stiff because of phones. So please, let's go out there, share the word to our friends and family and everyone that cares to listen, that it is possible for children to to know how to do chores, even if they don't like it. Let them just do it, and let them just do it with a positive mindset that it is for their own good. Thank you, everyone. I've enjoyed your company. Thank you, Mrs. Iloshomi. How are my girls? Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Tayo. Thank you, Eloho. Thank you for my glasses. Thank you, Chi. Thank you, Mary. Thank you so much, ma'am. I'm so grateful that you decided to hang out with me this Friday. I wish you a pleasant weekend, restful weekend, and chore free, chore filled. Please don't go and wound all your children. Say, people have heard about chore. You people are going to spray clean this house. Thank you, Keno. Thank you for always being here. Thank you so much. I'm expecting to read from you guys anytime, anytime, anytime. I'm always here for you. And please don't forget to register your children and yourself at the preteens, teenagers, parents, penthouse. Goodbye. God bless you. Celebrate you. Bye.